It's Performance TV's last adventure to SEMA this season, as Kathy and Tommy explore the halls of the Las Vegas Convention Center, looking for the next big thing, be it in performance or styling. Because as the year draws to a close, it's time for us to let our hair down.
Welcome to a special edition of Performance TV coming to you from the Las Vegas Convention Center. It's the 2015 SEMA show, and John, we see all the glitz and the glamour of this wonderful show that you guys put on, but there's so much more that's going on with SEMA all year long.
Absolutely. We've got a tremendous staff of folks that are working nonstop to provide services that trickle all the way down through the automotive community, and that's really where the SEMA shines. This is where we get a chance to kind of show off and bring out our cars and our parts and really enjoy getting in front of the people, but the work is really being done behind the scenes to help drive this industry and bring these cars and parts and products down to the automotive enthusiast.
Yeah, folks just may not realize how much you're working with different agencies and that type of thing to just really help this industry.
You know, it really runs the gamut, and we could talk about things like business technology, for example, or we could talk about the government interaction and legislative, regulative activities that go on. We've got a team in Washington, D.C. that is constantly campaigning for the rights for us to continue to modify and enjoy our cars. You know, there are constant conversations with the Air Resources Board on emissions legalities and all those kinds of things that aren't fun, but they're lingering in the background and they're threatening to kind of determine for us what our opportunities are going to be to enjoy this fantastic industry as we move on.
Not only, you know, the industry for the consumer that's just trying to do something at home, but, you know, all of the different shops, there's a lot of jobs that are involved here.
There absolutely is. You know, I had a terrific experience here at the show talking to a young guy who had been interning at a business in the industry here for the last couple of years, and his enthusiasm for the industry was just absolutely contagious. And we love to see these young folks getting into the business. There's tremendous opportunity for students coming right out of college, bringing technology expertise, sales and marketing, everything you can imagine. And as this industry advances, those requirements are becoming more and more important, and they're becoming more and more technical, so to speak. So really great opportunities for young people in this industry.
Well, I tell you what, great opportunities to see all of the cool things, and we are ready to step into the show right now and check out what Tommy has for us up first.
With today's modern cars, there's a lot of plastic, whether it be body panels or interior or under the hood. If you break one of them, you're going to have to throw it away and get a new one? Not so fast. Shark Industries has a solution for that. Now, Dean, tell me a little bit about this. How can we fix the plastic panel?
Well, instead of using plastic rod or throwing a broken piece away, you can take and staple and stitch the plastic back together and actually securing the plastic and making it stronger than it was originally OEM, because now you're reinforcing the brake with metal. And it's a very simple, easy way to repair plastic. You have a probe, you have 4 heat settings on the machine, you insert the staple, hold the trigger down, let the wire warm up, insert the staple, watch it melt right in. As soon as you see the wire disappear, we let off the trigger, let off the pressure. You're just stitching the brake along until you get to the end.
Kind of like going to the doctor and then
going to the doctor, stitching you back up. The nice feature with our unit and our staples, once plastic cools down, our staples are actually pre-cut. So you can take and just fold them over, break the tabs off.
That's pretty simple.
It is very simple. There are times where you can't break them off because you ended up just sunk into the plastic a little too far. The other nice feature is that we have a 65 amp max output. So that power, you're able to heat this blade up to over 900 degrees. Not only can you seal the staple back into place or melt plastic or use it as a plastic filler, you can actually solder metal with it also. You hold the trigger down for a short minute there and just basically just seal the staple. And the nice thing is,
oh, you can touch it.
You can touch it. Cool to the touch.
Wow. Now, this is a shop unit. Do you have something for the consumer at home? He wants to do a little work at home.
We do. So for the consumer at home or a hobbyist, we have this unit here. It retails out at $175. It's all in one. Max output 45 amps. Still comes with a blade. So you can still solder with it, you can melt plastic. The only difference between the two units is that you have 4 heat settings on the larger unit with a cord and a cable. This is all in one.
I'll tell you what, don't throw those plastic pieces away, repair them. Check them out, Shark Industries. Let's check in with Kathy.
Many may not realize that drag racing got its start on the salt flats, the dry lake beds, and, well, we need to save the salt. And I bet many didn't know that we don't hardly have any salt left at Bonneville.
The salt has deteriorated so much that we haven't been able to run on it for the last 2 years. This car here, the Speed Demon, is a new car. We have nowhere to run now. This is 100 years of land speed racing, and it's the national treasure that's being lost. But there is hope. There is a number of ways to put up containment dikes and to do more pumping that we can restore it. But it's going to take a lot of money. And go on SaveTheSalt.org and help. We need money. There is no opponent in this fight. Everybody wants to save it, but who's going to pay for it?
And if you want to find out more, like Ron said, just hop on the website because, man, let me tell you, we need to save the salt. Stay with us. We'll have more from the 2015 SEMA show just minutes away.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Atturo Tires. Atturo keeps performance within reach. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radio since 1977. Stage 8, the world's best locking fastener. And by All Fit Automotive, affordable parts, simple installation, lifelong protection.
Welcome back to Performance TV and our continued coverage of the 2015 SEMA show here at the Las Vegas Convention Center. You know, if you're restoring a vehicle, some of the parts you may not think about sometimes are the hardest ones to find, but Steel Rubber can help us out with that.
That's right. We manufacture parts for American makes between the 30s and 90s, and we do go outside of that realm, but basically there's parts that you do think about, your door weather stripping, your trunk weather stripping, your windshield gasket, but there's a lot of other parts that you don't really see from just outside. You got to get into the steering and the suspension and the chassis. Some of these cars have hundreds of parts for them.
And you guys have thousands of parts.
Yeah, right now we offer over 12,000 parts for these cars.
Something that you're doing, not just manufacturing the parts and you have all the tooling and everything, but you are really becoming a resource for the folks who are restoring these vehicles and doing a lot of individualized stuff.
Yeah, right now we're printing actual custom catalogs for customers. Each customer will receive a catalog whenever they tell us what vehicle they have. They can get a catalog that's just for that year, make, model, and even the style. So if it's a 2-door sedan, it's going to be just for the 2-door sedans. You don't have to worry about hardtop, weather strip, anything like that. And it'll show you every part that we make. It's completely up to date. So if we've made a new part in the past month, it'll be in there.
You guys have some kits that you've just come out with too.
Yeah, right now we're working on our vent window kits. We've just put together over 160 kits for all these cars, and we've done the research to make sure the right division post is going with the right vent window weather strip.
And back to our catalogs that we have here, how do we get one of these?
You can call us, or you can go onto our website at www.steelrubber.com.
All right, I love it. The individualized catalogs and so much more from the folks at Steel Rubber. Hey, Tommy, what do you have for us next?
A couple of the products that we found at SEMA for your garage from Innovative Products International, the Wally Rack. This is a rack that goes in your garage, you know, hard to store tools, your hose, all the shovels, everything in your garage, you want to get it out of the way. Put a Wally Rack on the wall. It's easy to install, it's adjustable. You can do all kinds of things with it, hang a lot of stuff with it. It is a must for your garage to get that clutter out of the way. One of the other products from the same company is Parking Target. How many times you pulled your car in the garage, you won't want to bump the front bumper, maybe it's a tight garage, nice front end, you don't want to scuff it up, you don't want to ruin the wall. This Parking Target's simple to use, easy to install. All you do is pull it out of the box, park your car, get it where you want it, mark the floor, back it up a little bit, pull the adhesive off of the back of the Parking Target, you put it in front of the tire, simply press down on the ground, it's locked in place with the adhesive. You only need one of these for one side of your vehicle, don't need two. You'll park the car in the spot every time the same. I got a new truck recently, barely fit in my garage. This was a must for me. It'd be a perfect Christmas gift for somebody. Don't worry about banging the front of your car in the garage wall. ParkingTarget.com.
You know, in addition to seeing all of the great new products, all of the beautiful vehicles on display here at the 2015 SEMA show, check out some of the beautiful artwork. Not only do we have a lot of colors here, but we also have some black and white. We have some folks that are showing off their metal art. I mean, some really cool stuff. I love these old gassers and doing their burnouts and that. Just so many neat things to see here at the 2015 SEMA show. Hey, let's see what Tommy's up to.
We're making a stop in the truck section, and we're at the Bullet Liner booth with Josh. Josh, this is really cool. This isn't in the bed of the truck. This is on the whole truck.
It isn't. It's something that is new in the industry. We're taking it outside the bed, so a lot of versatility with this coating. We've got great UV protection. We've got a lifetime warranty on this product, so it's come a long way from truck beds.
What sets Bullet apart from the rest? Tell me about the product.
Well, we're actually powered by Acela Performance Materials, one of the industry leaders in urethane. So Bullet Liner is one of their brands. You're really going to get a nationwide dealer network, a lifetime warranty on the product, like I said.
I was going to ask you if it was something that I could do at home, or do you have to take it to a dealer of yours?
Now, we've got about 200 dealers in the U.S., so they're all certified by factory to install this product, so they're all trained by us.
Normally you see a bed liner, it's black. Is there multiple colors? What kind of options do you have with this?
Yeah, we're actually at the point now where we can color match to the vehicle's paint code. So any color you bring to us, we can match it.
You're talking about any color. You can match the liner to the color of the truck no matter what color.
Absolutely. We've got a white Bronco over here done with some black on it as well for accents. We can do red, pink, purple, anything you got.
And it just doesn't have to be your bed of your truck. You did the whole outside of this one. Plastic, metal, we'll work on everything?
Most substrates, yeah, and then with the right prep. And then we also are in the marine industry, speaker boxes, anything automotive we pretty much tap into.
Yeah, I noticed even got the stools around here, got the tops of them done. It gives you a little more grip, non-slip. You know, if you're looking for a safety factor, you can do it in a lot of areas.
Yep, the sprayer can use a little bit different techniques to get a different finish. We like this non-skid feel right here. It's more durable.
Yeah, how about all the other areas? You got any other ideas? What can we do with this truck?
The speaker box is done, actually. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's wrapped everywhere for protection. This thing will never rust. It's never going to peel off. It's always going to be protected for scratch resistance. So.
Right, if you're out in the woods, scrape it up against the brush, it's not even going to scratch the truck.
Absolutely, yeah.
Why not do the whole truck? I'm going to do the bed of my truck. I might even do the whole thing. Check them out, Bullet Liner. It's going to protect your vehicle. We'll have more from SEMA after this. Welcome back to Performance TV, where we're bringing you everything automotive from the SEMA show in Las Vegas. Let's check in with Kathy and see what she's found.
Tommy, you know, coming to the SEMA show, it really comes down to having fun. And if you've ever been into turbos, just like Joe has here, Joe, you've been having a lot of fun with the new product you've come out with.
A lot of fun.
What do we have here?
We got our turbo keychain right here, our turbo lighter, and our turbo speaker.
Now, when you say turbo keychain, what does this thing do?
It imitates the actual turbo. When you push the button, it emits a spool-up sound, the blow-off noise, and then it's got a little LED light.
Well, we also see you have a lighter down here as well.
The lighter does the same as the keychain.
We see that there are multiple colors for the ones here on the top that have the light and make the sound. What do we have here? Talk about making sound.
Oh yeah, this is our Bluetooth speaker. Pairs up to any Bluetooth device, your iPhone, Android, whatever you got, and has some nice sound to it.
Why start with these products? What really got you into it?
I've always been in the automotive industry. I love turbochargers. I came up with the turbo keychain first and had a good response to it, so I'm expanding the line to it.
Where'd you come up with the noise?
From turbos.
Well, of course, and you're going to tell maybe which model it came from?
I can't say that.
Oh, see, that's a secret. But if you want to find out more about whether you want to get the keychain or the lighter or, of course, our Bluetooth speaker, all you have to do is hop on their website. And, Tommy, what do you have for us next?
All kinds of great looking cars here at SEMA, and I happen to find one here. Caleb Blues, tell me a little bit about this hot rod.
This is my 1964 Ford Thunderbird that I basically chopped up and built all from scratch.
I mean, this is a complete custom. You go clear to the frame and start over?
Actually, yeah, I took a 2000 Corvette and I took the subframes out of it and I built a full custom chassis. So the entire frame in this thing, it goes all the way into the back, all custom built. All the floor work in is custom built, and the engine bay, interior, trunk, front and rear fascias of this thing.
Corvette engine?
It does. That's pretty controversial. Believe me, I've gotten a lot of comments on that today, but you know, we work with what we got.
That's right, Chevy and a Ford. Good looking car. I love the back, how you did behind the seats.
Yeah, the head tunnels, that was also something that a lot of people get confused on. I was going for a roadster look, you know. It was something that you don't see a lot anymore, and I wanted to do something different.
I love the thing. There's lots and lots of good looking cars here at SEMA. Kathy, what have you got?
Well, Tommy, it's always nice to see some familiar faces. And Dan Muldowney, had you on the show before with Race Gas. Nice to see you here. And what do you have new going on?
Well, it's been a really big year for us at Race Gas. This year we quadrupled the number of retailers and speed shops that are selling our product. We successfully launched our wholesaler and jobber program, which is increasing our distribution nationwide. And for those of our customers who can't get to one of our retailers, we just landed Summit Racing and JEGS online, where you can buy our product.
Wow, that is huge. You guys have been rocking and rolling.
Yeah, it's been a great year for us.
And you have some new things that are coming out that we can look forward to on the horizon. But we want to remind folks, what is Race Gas all about?
So it's a great question, and I love talking, telling the story. Race Gas is a fuel additive that is designed to be a direct replacement for distilled racing fuel. So it has to do three things. It increases the octane of the fuel up to 107. It increases the chemical oxygen in the fuel to promote a more complete burn. And then it increases the chemical BTU energy of the gasoline to equal that of racing fuel. Because as you well know, if you have high octane and you're at wide open throttle and you don't have a lot of BTU energy, you're leaning that motor out. So we wanted to avoid those things, and that's what our product does.
And your product comes in different sizes too, correct?
That's correct. We started off in a 32-ounce can. We just came out with our Power Sport pack, which is a 16-ounce can for motorcycles, jet skis, ATVs, that kind of thing. We have some new products on the horizon that we're testing here at SEMA. We're kind of going to keep the veils over those until we're ready to go, but we should have some new products coming out in the spring.
And we are excited to hear about those. And I had a little sneak peek, and I always like that. Dan was sharing some secrets over here. Dan, thank you very much. Where can we find out more about Race Gas?
If you want to learn more about Race Gas, go to www.race-gas.com.
We'll have more from the 2015 SEMA show right after this.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Dustless Blasting. It's the future of surface preparation. Atturo Tires. Atturo keeps performance within reach. Borla Performance. We build excitement. And by Steel Rubber Products. Quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
Welcome back to Performance TV and our continued coverage of the SEMA show here at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Stopping by here with David Borla and Borla Exhaust. Always something new and exciting, and you're not letting us down this year, David.
We have a new line of mufflers that we've called crate mufflers, and some of these car builds have gotten to the point where they really deserve something better than just a universal muffler, but it's very difficult to offer an exhaust system that's going to bolt right into place. So we came up with the idea of pairing mufflers with particular engines. And so we have a product line now where mufflers have been built to work with one engine and one engine only. So for instance, if you have a Chevy 350 or a 383 Stroker or a Ford 289, we have a pair of mufflers that are for that motor and are going to be the best muffler possible for that motor, as opposed to a universal muffler that it's a good muffler for a wide range of engines. These mufflers are going to be the best muffler for your particular engine.
And like with other exhaust systems and mufflers that Borla does, you have the different tones, the attack. You have everything to go right along with the crate mufflers.
Yeah, with the crate mufflers, we're actually offering 3 different sound levels. So for instance, if you have a Chevy 350, we have our touring exhaust or our touring mufflers, which are what we call like our sleeper mufflers. Our S-Type, which is more of a sport, and Attack, which is very aggressive. So you have a lot of options.
And of course, when you're talking about the quality that Borla puts out and all of the R&D that you put into everything, find out what they can do for you and your crate motor or your late model. Just hop on their website at borla.com. And Tommy, what do you got for us now?
You're going to see anything and everything at SEMA, especially these 2 rat rods. Check these out. These are the rat rods to the max. You want to talk about cool, old, low, sleek, rough. And if that's not enough for you, when you want to haul one, you throw it on the back of the Rat Rod Semi. That's all I have here, Kathy. What have you got?
As we walk around SEMA, we see so many different rides when we wonder where the inspiration comes from. Well, this one, we know right where it came from, and it's this Hot Wheels car from 1968. This is one big Hot Wheels car back here.
Yeah, thank you very much. It took about 3,000 hours of fabrication to do this metal car.
Why? Why did you do this car?
Well, my son basically came to me and said, hey, Dad, can we build a car? And I looked at it and said, yeah, sure.
2 motors. I mean, this thing's just amazing. Do they both run?
Yes, 575 horse on pump gas. Each motor.
And 2 trannies.
2 trannies, 2 drive shafts, 2 rear ends. The only car at SEMA that it can spin in a circle just by going reverse and drive.
Well, you made your son's wish come true. Now you're going to do something else.
Yeah, I went to the guys at Hot Wheels and said, look, I'm not looking for any money to build a car, but I would like them to build me $1 million, and all the proceeds at all the car shows will go to Make-A-Wish.
That is awesome. And I love to see the way this thing opens up, too.
Sure, no problem. I can open it for you.
Let's check in with Tommy.
Driving the funny cars, everybody always wants to know, why are they called funny cars? Well, back in the day, this is kind of the start of a funny car. Everybody says, well, what makes them funny? Well, look at the rear wheels. They moved them up, put them right behind the driver, trying to get more weight transfer on the rear tires. The front end up in the air. This is the original version, kind of how the funny car started. Everybody said they look funny, the name stuck, and now, today, I race a funny car. It's a Dodge Mopar Charger, but it's still a funny car to me.